June 2021 horoscopes for love, well-being, money, vision and creativity. Please note, this is an audio recording only. Thank you. Overview. Overarching astrological themes. Each month there are different themes brought forward as the celestial bodies dance around the sun. These movements create a never-ending rhythm of cosmic energy shifts that I have interpreted for you. Note, I use universal time for all our horoscope work so as to be inclusive and to cater for everyone around the globe. Planets. As the planets move through the zodiac, they change signs and adjust their direction. Each planet has a couple of particular signs that they really love to be in and with which they resonate well. You know yourself, you may prefer to visit Aunt Agatha's place, but because you feel welcome there. The planets also have a few signs that are difficult for them to be at their best. Maybe you don't like visiting Aunt Alex's place because you feel stifled or restricted in some way. This is how the planets are as well. These shifts of planetary energy are what we astrologers look at. The moon. We also take a closer look at the moon and pay close attention to the new moons and the full moons each month. And if there are eclipses, they will be highlighted as well. On June the 2nd, Venus enters Cancer. As Venus enters the sign of the crab, many people's financial situations can be helped by a more frugal approach. Romance will be closer to home, so look to people you live with and those who visit your place for amorous encounters. On June the 11th, Mars enters fiery Leo. Mars enters sizzling Leo to get some bursts of action in your life. Expect to have a few things on the go, and eventually what is meaningful and worthy will rise above it all. Keep all of your options alive as long as you can and avoid closing doors on people and situations this month. On June the 14th, Saturn will once again square Uranus. This will affect anyone with planets or points at 13 degrees of the fixed signs, which are Taurus, Leo, Scorpio or Aquarius. This powerful square suggests that responsibility and freedom are challenged. If you have allowed your life to become stagnant, this will be the time when changes will occur. This is the moment to get out of a rut, to accept new and exciting situations into your life. We have a solar eclipse in Gemini on June the 10th. With a totality of 3 minutes 51.2 seconds, which astrologically converts to an influence of 3 months and 25 days, or up until around October the 4th, 2021. This solar eclipse brings themes of future focus and communication. What you scheme, plot and plan or hear on this day will set the stage for the whole of next month. This is the perfect day for an interview or to get your credentials under the nose of someone who matters. Get ready beforehand and plan to read a new book that will improve yourself through some positive and uplifting stories which you can use as a template for your life. Use the eclipse day, June the 10th, to state meaningful personal affirmations around your contacts, ongoing conversations and all buying and selling where you have to sign on the dotted line. You can prepare your affirmations beforehand. For example, I will reach out to others whom I have been ignoring this month. I think deeply before I speak. I will write my journal every morning. You can think of some more affirmations to put out at the solar eclipse that relate to Gemini and those that will be in effect until the next new moon on July the 10th. If you know which house in your birth chart this solar eclipse falls in your chart, then focus your affirmations on that area of your life. If you want to know more about new moon wishing, I'll put a link below and on the top right now, so you can click through and find out more about new moon wishing. This year, Jupiter is retrograde from June the 20th at 2 degrees 11 Pisces through to October the 18th at 22:19 Aquarius. Jupiter will pass back into Aquarius for a brief time as well, like you've left school or work, but now you're going back to unpack your locker and hand in the keys. This particular Jupiter station retrograde will affect people with birthdays on the 20th, 21st and 22nd of February intensely. The Jupiter station direct will powerfully affect anyone born on the 10th, 11th and 12th of February. It will also influence anyone born between the 10th and 22nd of February or people with planets or points between 22 Aquarius and 2 degrees Pisces. Jupiter will form 3 direct conjunctions by transit to these planets or points. In general, Jupiter retrograde brings themes of rehearsal, retracting, and reduction. If this Jupiter retrograde period makes contact to your chart through a conjunction, there will be restricted growth for a while. It may dawn on you that you need more education in your field. This is a good time to address your intellectual improvement. Use these months, June to October, well, as they are an excellent period to review and research your knowledge base to select future courses for college or other adult education opportunities. The Sun enters Cancer at the solstice on June 21st. This is the summer solstice in the northern hemisphere and the winter solstice in the southern. It is a turning point in the year, and themes of circling the wagons and preservation of family will be strong. There is an air of quiet confidence now. Mercury ends its retrograde cycle on June the 22nd at 16 degrees 09 Gemini. This Mercury station direct will powerfully affect anyone born on the 6th, 7th or 8th of June. Now there is a release, and deals, purchases, paperwork and any documents that you have to sign in particular can go more smoothly. On Thursday, June the 24th, there is a full moon at 3 degrees 28 Capricorn. This full moon will specifically affect you if your birthday is on the 23rd, 24th or 25th of December. This full moon occurs at the moon's north node, which suggests themes of looking forwards towards your future with anticipation. You may not actually step forward, but you can see the possibilities. This year, Neptune is retrograde from June 25th at 2312 Pisces to December the 1st at 2024 Pisces. This particular Neptune station retrograde will affect people with birthdays on the 13th, 14th and 15th of March intensely. The later Neptune station direct will powerfully affect anyone born on the 10th, 11th or 12th of March. It will also influence anyone born between the 10th to the 15th of March, or people with planets or points between 20 degrees to 23 Pisces who will experience a 3-contact conjunction to their natal planet or point from Neptune. In general, Neptune retrogrades brings themes of rehearsal, reflection and refreshment. Neptune is very strong in its own sign of Pisces. Neptune's retrograde cycle in the sign of the fish can be a time for more realism and a release from limiting beliefs that may have held you back. You are likely to see many things clearly now. This period will encourage your artistic, musical and spiritual side to become more apparent, which is especially the case if transiting Neptune conjoins a planet or point in your natal chart. On June the 2nd, Venus enters Leo. Now there is a shift of energy as you look for creative solutions around your love affairs. If you are single, you will be more open to a romantic encounter, although it may not get heavy immediately, as this is the time to play it cool. If you are in a meaningful relationship, this period will bring more heart to the affair, and now engage yourself wholeheartedly with your fun, loving partner. So that's the overview of all the planetary movements in June. Aries. Creativity. Your creativity will be stirred this month around the 3rd and 4th of June. This is when the moon will stimulate your creativity, and the best way to use this energy is to tap into your feelings. If you feel elated, use that to create some positive artwork. On the other hand, if you are feeling a little sad, this may be the time to write a poem or some lyrics that reflect your mood. Wellbeing. Jupiter will station in your private area on June the 20th. This suggests that it is the time for you to take stock and slow down to listen to your inner voice. If possible, take the weekend of the 19th and 20th off and clear your calendar so you have time for self-reflection at home or in private. Vision. The 2 best days this month for you to focus on your vision and life path management are the 22nd and the 23rd. This would be an ideal time to brainstorm some ideas, or you could enlist the support of people who have your back. A personal guide or guru may come into your life now. Money. The Capricorn full moon on June the 24th will illuminate your career and so your money-making zone. This will be a time where you can clearly see where you're going and what you need to do. Choose to assess any potential new purchases well before you make a purchase. Love. On Sunday the 27th, Venus enters your romance area to bring a special something to your love life. This will be a beautiful time for romance for you, and it is likely to be the squishy type of romance with chocolates and red roses and valentines. If you are single, you are likely to be amused by someone who is interested in you during this month. If you are already in a committed relationship, learn to appreciate the kind and loving things that your partner does for you and reciprocate. Taurus. Love. Your romantic life will be stimulated around the second week of June. This will be an ideal time to open your heart to someone special. If you are single, you can anticipate some interest from a romantic possibility. If you are already in a committed relationship, this will be a great time to go over some of the details between the pair of you. Try to avoid getting too picky and insensitive with each other. Creativity. Your creativity will see a resurgence after Mercury goes direct on the 22nd. This indicates that you will be able to articulate around your creative endeavours. It will be a lovely time to prepare some introductory guidelines about the creative ventures you have. For example, if you are a baker, this will be the time to double-check your recipes before you share them with your fans. And if you are an artist, you could revive your About Me details so others get to know your creative process as well as the work behind the artist. Money. The solar eclipse on June the 10th is in your money zone. This is a classic indicator of a time to start saving, and for you it will probably be setting up a new budget or finding a new income stream. Later in the month, around June 22nd, funds are likely to be released to you. All monies due that have been held up will be freed now as planetary energy changes direction in your favour. Well-being. This month, the taskmaster planet Saturn is bringing pressure to bear on your life. This will particularly affect Taurians whose birthdays occur on the 3rd, 4th or 5th of May. For all other Taurus folk, it can be a challenging month, but know that the pressure will ease eventually. Avoid overwork at all costs. This is a time when you can stand up for what you believe in, so don't ignore any opportunities. Vision. The Capricorn full moon on June the 24th will illuminate your vision. Whatever happens around this day will bring focus to the path you are on and reinforce decisions you have taken in the past. You do not have to chop and change your plans. This is the time to stay the course. Gemini. On June the 2nd, Venus enters your money area. This is a clear indication that your financial situation will ease, as Venus is the planet that rules money. Later in the month, the mighty planet Jupiter will station in your career area around June the 20th. This could signal a change of direction in your career, which has the potential to impact your income. Tread carefully now. On June the 21st, the Sun illuminates your earnings sector to shine a light on the reality of your financial situation. This should be a good time for you, and you will feel comfortable and confident with your money-making abilities. Creativity. All Geminis have a fine contact into their creative vibes on the weekend of the 18th, 19th and 20th of June. This will be an opportune time to attend an art retreat or a music practice. If your creativity is on a lower scale than that, plan an art date with yourself over the weekend and let your inspiration flow. You will be surprised at what you can create during this short period. Well-being. On June the 22nd, your planetary ruler, Mercury, will end its retrograde period as it stations direct. This will release anything that has been holding you back internally. You are more likely to be self-aware and make decisions with clarity now. Love. The Capricorn full moon on June the 24th will illuminate your intimate area. If things are going well, this will be quite clear now, and on the other hand, if things are not going well, that too will be apparent. This is a period where information will come to you that you do not have to make a decision about immediately. What you do have to do is to decide whether or not you can accept any habits, quirks, or perceived flaws in your intimate partner. Vision. There are two celestial energies that are causing strain for you in your vision sector and your private life. If you are feeling slightly unconfident, you might wake up to find yourself between a rock and a hard place. Take a deep breath and know that this too shall pass. On the other hand, if you are trying to find a new way to live, perhaps through minimalism or vegetarianism or other practices that will improve your life, there will be some roadblocks this month. Do not give in to the pressure to conform, rather use this time to build a solid foundation and vision for your life. Cancer. Creativity. It is important for all Cancerians to express their creativity. Although in a way you may prefer to keep your creations under wraps because you may believe they are just not good enough. Be brave and take a risk. What do you have to lose? June the 20th and 21st will be the best days for you to tap into your creative gene and make something glorious. Choose your best piece and share it with the world. We can't wait to see what you do. Money. Mars enters your money sector on June the 11th to bring activity in your financial life. You can anticipate lots of buying and selling in the last 3 weeks of June. On the last Sunday of the month, you will be fortunate financially as the main money planet trots into your financial area. This indicates it will be a time when you will receive the money that you are owed. You may benefit from tips and gratuities or bonuses as well. This would be the perfect time to ask for an increase in your pay. Well-being. On June the 2nd, Venus enters your self-confidence area to bring easygoing bonhomie that surrounds you and others find attractive. The solar eclipse on June the 10th occurs in your self-undoing zone, which is likely to be a crisis point for you this month, but if you are savvy, you will ride it and come out shining. Anticipate receiving some good news around June the 22nd. All conversations you have on this day contain the potential to change how you see yourself. Make sure to surround yourself with positive people so you receive supporting arguments about your life. Avoid the naysayers and those who want to put you down. Do not accept any negative dialogue whatsoever, as it will impact your life moving forward. Vision. Jupiter will station in your vision area on June the 20th, and whilst you are benefiting from the mighty planet's uplifting and buoyant energy, you could experience a hiccup on this day. Choose to stay the course and not make any drastic changes to your life plans. Trust that the vision you have of how you want your life to unfold will be the correct one for you. Love. The Capricorn full moon on June 24th will illuminate your partnerships. This will be the perfect moment to schedule date night and share a good meal with your partner. It will be a time to remember why you came together in the first place and laugh at any issues that may have been niggling at your relationship recently. Focus on the big picture and roll with the little things in life because they don't matter now. Leo. Vision. Early in the month, you are likely to receive some inspiration about your life's journey. The path you choose can be tweaked and modified. It is not set in stone, so be alert to situations that unfold around the 3rd and 4th of June. It will be important that you have your antennas tuned in and pay attention to people or messages or ideas that come to you about how you can improve your life path that you are currently walking. Love. The first 3 weeks of June will be glorious in your love life, and then Jupiter will station in your intimate area on June the 20th. This signals that you may have to withdraw some offers you have given because your plate is overflowing. It is critical that you pay attention to your romantic partner and their needs at this time. 2 days later, Neptune will station in your intimate area as well to bring a little confusion into the bedroom. Remember that everything does not have to be picked over. It is sometimes just easier to go with the celestial flow of energy and see what happens. Do not be in any rush for any firm love commitments, because it is unlikely that you will be receiving any now. Creativity. Leos are the most creative sign of the zodiac, and this implies that you are likely to be creative as a matter of course. But tap into the planetary energies that ebb and flow during the course of the month. You will best be able to get creative around the 20th as your creative planet Jupiter shifts its energy. The super best days for your creative life this month will be on the 22nd and 23rd of June. Money. Through your career, you can anticipate some challenges this month. You are likely to receive pushback from your partner about overworking or paying more attention to your colleagues than you do to them. The situation at work could impact your finances in the long term. Pay close attention to an older person who tries to give you some advice. Well-being. On June the 2nd, Venus enters your well-being area to bring beauty and happiness into your life. The hot and feisty planet Mars enters your sign on June the 11th, which signals that it is really time to get off the couch and do something about your exercise, eating habits, and general health. The Capricorn full moon on June 24th will illuminate everything you are working towards in your physical and mental health life. At the summer solstice, your focus will shift more onto your private life. This will support your well-being for the next month. The beautiful planet Venus will stimulate your sign towards the end of the month, which should bring you gifts and bounty and add an inner glow to your vibe. Virgo. Money. This is a great month for your reputation as the solar eclipse on June the 10th occurs in your career zone. Improvements in your public life will trickle down to your learning abilities, and that's what makes this an important moment. Also, eclipses are seed moments when something good can be begun. Mercury, your planetary ruler, will start to move forward again on the 22nd. This is important as it occurs in an area that affects your reputation. What others say about you and how they discuss you will be improved now. You can anticipate that someone will refer you, perhaps for a career change that is in your favor. Everyone you speak to now will form an opinion about you, and you want to make sure it is positive. Well-being. Mars enters your private well-being sector on June the 11th, which will galvanize you into action to get your life on track and beat the competition. But wait, the only person you should be competing with is yourself. Get real about where you are in your health and wellness progress so you can measure improvements from this point onwards. Do not compare yourself to others. You do you. Love. The Capricorn full moon on June the 24th will illuminate your romantic life. This is a time when you can see exactly what your relationship is all about, which may be very different from what you thought it was all about. Jupiter will station in your partnership area on June the 20th to bring a halt to any extreme behavior from either of you. Now you can take stock and really appreciate each other in a loving way. And that's not all. Neptune will station in your partnership area on June the 22nd to add a little mystery and illusion to any committed relationships. Even if you suspect something fishy is going on, let it go, because all will be clear next month. Creativity. The best days for you to tap into your artistic gene this month are on the 23rd and 24th. This is the time that the moon is passing through your creative sector, which indicates that you will feel more like being creative in general. Pay attention to your mood as you wake up on these mornings and use that to guide you in all your creative output. Vision. This will be the perfect time to take a health check surrounding your life path. If you have a 5-year or a 10-year plan about where you think you should be at a certain age in your life, this is the time to review it. It is likely that you feel you are being over-ambitious, and perhaps you are, so take a careful look at your plans. An older man is likely to offer you some amazing and valuable advice. Libra. Money. At the start of June, Venus enters your career area, which is a beautiful thing. This is the time when you are likely to appreciate the work you have, which can be reflected in the income you will earn later. Maintaining a positive attitude in your career will benefit you now. To add to all the positive vibes going on for you and your finances, on June the 21st, as the sun enters your career sector, good things will occur for you in the public domain. People will be more inclined to view you in a positive light and overlook any minor issues. Vision. The powerful solar eclipse on June the 10th falls in your vision zone, which indicates it is the time to recalibrate your life path. Any person you meet on this special day will have an influence on you for the rest of the month. For the last week of this month, plan out your strategy for the future. You are thinking clearly now, and to devise a strategy would be a good thing. If you are unsure where you are going, do a little research, but do not spend too much time being paralyzed without taking action. Love. There is a challenging planetary aspect in the skies at the moment that focuses on your romance and intimate life. The question is, should I stick with the tried and true, or can I try something or someone new? If you are single, you may be tempted to take a risk on love, if you dare. If you are already in a committed relationship, there will be a tantalizing offer of a flirtation which may or may not go further. Be aware that this is a passing situation and no definite decision should be made surrounding your love life this month. Creativity. Your most creative time this month for all Libras will be the 3rd week of June, but look out for any ideas you receive on the 14th and give them time to percolate through before you take action on them later. One doesn't just wake up one morning and say, "Okay, I'm going to be creative today." The muse either appears or it doesn't. The best thing that you can do is make time in your diary around these dates and be ready with your sharpened pencil to capture the moment. Wellbeing. The optimistic and buoyant planet Jupiter will station in your health area on June the 20th. This is a time for a rethink about how many additional things you can add to your plate before you become overloaded. 2 days later, more celestial energy from Neptune will add to your physical and mental health. Now is the time to pay attention to any dreams and give them full consideration, but it is not the time to act. On June the 27th, beautiful Venus will slip into your quiet area, which suggests it is an appropriate moment to make sure that your solitude space is pleasant and elegant. Perhaps get a scented candle to bring focus where you are meditating by yourself. Now you can create a personal altar with crystals, flowers, and photographs that are meaningful for you. Love yourself now. Scorpio, love. Your love life will chug along merrily for the first 3 weeks. If you are single, there will be a few moments of passion. If you are already in a meaningful relationship, anticipate more highs than lows. There may be some hesitation in your love life of both the planets Jupiter and Neptune stationed in your romance area around June the 20th. On June the 22nd, you will receive information about your partner that could astound you. It is likely that you will hear secrets or gossip that directly affect your intimate relationships. Creativity. Your creative life is likely to be a bit of a roller coaster this month. For the first 2 weeks, you could confidently push forward with all of your artistic projects. Around the 20th, Jupiter changes direction in your creative zone. This indicates that it is time for you to go back over work you have already done. The second half of June will be the ideal time to consider the direction you want your artistic and creative endeavors to take. So, a project that started off as one thing may end up as something else entirely. Money. The solar eclipse on June the 10th occurs in your debt and borrowing zone. Take this opportunity to put all spare cash into your credit card and bring down any high interest debt. This will be a great time to seek the counsel of a financial advisor or to talk to people who are further down the wealth building road than you are. Well-being. There are several days this month when you will feel at your best, so look to the 3rd, the 4th, the 20th, and the 21st as positive and uplifting days for your overall well-being and mental and physical health. Choose to get out and about in the sunshine to lift your mood as well. Nothing will get you down on these days. Vision. On June the 2nd, Venus enters your vision area, and now it can be tempting to see your future through rose-tinted spectacles. If you feel the urge to gloss over challenging areas in your future, you can do so now, but reality will kick back in next month. The warmth and life-giving energy of the sun enters your visionary area at the solstice to illuminate with light and warmth your life path. You will probably make the best decisions about your future during this time frame as you are being authentic with yourself, which is very important now. Sagittarius. Well-being. This is an easygoing month for your well-being and positive outlook. The first 2 weeks of the month will be especially buoyant, but after the 20th, as Jupiter begins its retrograde cycle, your inherent energy may slow you down a little bit. This is an indication that you need to refocus your self-care and only practice meditation, yoga, or simple stretches that suit you. Do not feel the need to push through the pain for your well-being now. Love. Early in the month, the love planet Venus enters your intimate area to bring deep love and romance to your private life. Additionally, any serious partnerships you have with someone special will get a restart at the solar eclipse on June the 10th, which stimulates all meaningful relationships. And finally, in the last week of June, powerful celestial energy shifts to bring focus to your intimate life. Communications will come easier in your committed relationships towards the end of the month. Any confusion or misunderstandings that you have had between the pair of you will be overcome now. It is likely that you will hear good news from your partner, although there is the possibility that what they have to say you really don't want to hear. Creativity. The best days for you to tap into your creativity this month are the first week around the 3rd and the 4th of June, as this will be when Luna will stimulate your creative area and you are likely to express your inner feelings out in creative works. Choose to let your natural creativity flow either through dance, music, poetry, or practicing contour artworks in your sketchbook. This is not the time to finalize any artistic projects, but it is a time to go deeper and explore combinations of colours, sounds or words that appeal to you. Money. Your money situation will be steady for most of the month. If you honestly want to get to grips with where your cash is going, pay close attention to what happens at the Capricorn full moon on June the 24th, as it will illuminate your financial sector. You may have been under an illusion about where your money is disappearing, but after the full moon you will have the opportunity to understand how your money flows in reality. Vision. Mars enters your vision sector on June the 11th, which marks the beginning of a new plan for your life. You perhaps will meet a woman who could change your perspective on how you are living. Any shifts in attitude might take a little longer than you originally think they should, but this is the time when you gain insights that will benefit you later. Try to be as social as you can to expose yourself to other people's positive viewpoints. Realize that there may be a shift in attitude or approach that you can make to attract into your life people and situations which will benefit you. Capricorn. Love. At the start of the month, Venus enters your partnership area to bring beautiful things into your relationships. Mid-month, Mars swoops into your intimate sector, and this is likely to spice things up quite a bit in the bedroom. The spotlight shifts onto your main personal relationships at the solstice around June 21st, which is a powerful point in the year. Now you can expect more warmth, light and love between you. Finally, on June the 27th, your private life will improve as positive celestial energy is being brought to bear on the most intimate parts of your life. If you are single, June will offer you select opportunities to find quality romantic partners. This is not to say that you will find the love of your life, but you will be exposed to several people who are potential lovers for you. If you are already in a happy and meaningful relationship, this is the month to reach out and rekindle the early love you once had. Robust relationships will go from strength to strength during this time frame. Creativity. You may receive challenges in your creative life this month that stem from money issues. It is likely that you will have to compromise your creative expression due to financial constraints. This may simply be that you do not have the cash to buy the new paints, yarns, or the craft materials that you require, or if you are a commercial artist, you may feel obliged to take a lesser commission from a potential buyer for an artwork that you are forced to negotiate down to retain the sale. Anticipate these days as a passing phase, but they may give you pause for thought about the value you place on your creative projects. Money. This month you are likely to feel under pressure financially from your wild lifestyle. Your planetary ruler Saturn is in a tense relationship with the hooligan planet Uranus. If you have been financially savvy in the past, you may find yourself splurging on games or fun tech gear. However, if you do not have a grip on your finances, this month may bring more challenges surrounding money for you. Be on the alert to sudden urges to make online purchases for stuff you don't need. Wellbeing. This month you have the opportunity for a restart in your physical and mental well-being as the solar eclipse on June the 10th stimulates your health zone. Around Tuesday the 22nd, anticipate that your self-care and wellness regime will start to work better for you. If necessary, discuss your well-being plans with someone who can help you. This is a brilliant time to reach out and engage a trainer or nutritionalist to look over what you are doing. Vision. Capricorns usually have a vision for their life mapped out from when they are very young. but there is no harm in making some tweaks. If this is your plan, the best days for you to do fine-tuning of your world domination strategy will be on Wednesday the 16th and Thursday the 17th of June. On these couple of days, Luna will stimulate your vision sector so you can make a deep emotional connection with your life plan, which will sustain you through difficult days ahead. Aquarius, love. Romance is definitely on the cards for all Aquarians this month, as the energy of the solar eclipse on June the 10th happens in your amorous zone. The very next day, dynamic Mars enters your partnership sector to spice up your relationships. When Mercury ends its retrograde period on June the 22nd, communication with your loved ones will definitely improve. Then, on Sunday, June 27th, the love planet Venus will stimulate your main relationships. If you have a special someone in your life, you will again start to feel how you did when you first met. Use this time to shore up any cracks that may have been appearing in your connection with each other. If you are unattached, you could find yourself spending time with potential marriage material people. The urge to settle down into a committed relationship will be strong for you now. Take care. There is no rush, and love will find you probably when you are not even looking for it. Creativity. This is a peak month for creativity for all Aquarians. The first 3 weeks will be the best time for you to bring forth authentic artworks, music, or writing. If you are a crafter or woodworker, just keep going. The solar eclipse on the 10th will be a special day in your creative life, so make the most of it by clearing time to spend in your creator studio. From Tuesday, June 22nd onwards, as Mercury stations direct, it will be the optimum time for you to talk about your work that you are making and share your ideas with others. Money. Your finances will have a couple of ups and downs this month. The first 3 weeks will be a very positive time for you as the money will flow in. In the last week of June, try to avoid overspending as Jupiter will station in your money area on June the 20th and Neptune on June 22nd. In fact, you might find that some of your available funds dry up in the last week. Wellbeing. You will probably feel better than you have for a long time as the beautiful planet Venus enters your health area at the beginning of the month. This month, your planetary ruler, quirky Uranus, is squaring up in a tense connection with Saturn, the authority. You can anticipate challenges from your family or parents surrounding your lifestyle. At the solstice on June 21st, your health becomes a focus. The Capricorn full moon on June 24th will illuminate your private health and well-being area so you can clearly see improvements that have unfolded for you recently. Vision. Pay attention to all dreams, visions, or feelings of déjà vu around the 18th and 19th. These will be the best 2 days this month for you to get a picture of where you are going. It is the time to raise your head from the detailed work and consider the journey you are on. Pisces. Love. On June the 2nd, Venus enters your romance area. This signals that it will be a beautiful time for love for you in June. Later at the solstice on June 21st, the sun spotlights your romance area, which is likely to bring love to your door. If you are unattached, anticipate many approaches from interested people. If you are in a committed relationship already, others are likely to flirt with you atrociously, but it makes you feel good. Creativity. You will feel more creative than you have for a long time as both the Sun and Venus charge into your creative zone this month, when they will start to stimulate your creative life from the 2nd onwards. Then at the solstice on the 21st, it will be as though you are coming into your own. This is the month when it is important to stamp your individuality onto your creative works and not just copy or clone other people's ideas. It is a time where you can confidently express your own distinct dance, art, music, or writing. Money. Sometimes money can burn a hole in your pocket if you are a Pisces and you have no idea where it all went. Get all excessive spending over on the 3rd and 4th of June, then tighten your belt for the rest of the month. It is critical for all fish to have mad money that they can splurge on anything that takes their fancy. Your financial planet is Mars, which can be impulsive, hot-headed, and bring a feeling of urgency when it comes to shopping. The best way to handle this is by budgeting in some crazy purchases now and then that you will pay for with your mad money. Well-being. You'll be super energized and want to start some new activity, health regime, or diet as Mars, the high-energy planet, arrives in your health sector on June the 11th. More good news is that Jupiter will station in your South area on June the 20th to give you a time to reassess your expansive declarations about your physical and mental health objective. Then 2 days later, elusive Neptune will pause as you tap into some insights surrounding your well-being related plans. In the final few days of June, a super beneficial planet Venus sweeps into your healthiness and wellness area to bring wholesome gifts for you. Vision. For Pisces, your life path vision can sometimes be blurry. The path you think you are walking in this life may flow in and out of focus as the years go on. This month, tap into the moon's energy as it illuminates your vision sector on the 20th and 21st, and use your feelings to adjust your direction. Your traditional planetary ruler, optimistic Jupiter, will start its retrograde session now as well, which suggests it is a high energy day for you. If you are trying to be more creative in general, clear your calendar now and let your expression flow. So, what excites you most about this month's horoscope? If you enjoyed this video, do consider giving it a like, subscribe, comment, or share it with someone who would be interested. I'm Alison Price. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.